Good afternoon. It is a Monday afternoon, and I know a lot of people don't like Mondays. It's a mindset thing. You just gotta deal with it. It's a necessary evil. If you want to get that paycheck, you'll have to go to work on Monday morning, or do the Monday shift. Either way it goes. But one thing that I have been pondering here lately is what is one of the biggest things that steal joy, peace? What is it? Now we read in John 10:10, we have a thief that's walking around. We have a thief that comes to steal, kill, and destroy. One of the things that is used, that the thief uses, is comparison. When we compare ourselves to others, when we envy, when we're jealous, when there's some things we really need to understand to combat that. The thing that we really need to get is that everybody has their own unique abilities, talents, and their own path that God has laid out for them. But if I'm so busy looking at the next person, I'm going to neglect the gift or gifts that God has given me. We read in Galatians 6:4 why we shouldn't do this, or we get the instruction of how we're supposed to handle this. It says that, but let every man prove his own work. Then shall he have rejoicing in himself alone, and not in another. How about what we need to do as individuals is develop the gifts that God has given us individually, so that we can be a better asset to the body, the church body. We don't have time to worry about if such and such has this or they're able to do that. We don't need to worry about that. We need to worry about ourselves first. We got to take care of what we got to take care of to be the best person that we can be. But if we also go over to Colossians chapter 2, we also find that in verse 8 it says, "Beware lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit, after the tradition of men, after the rudiments of the world, and not after Christ. For in him dwelleth all the fullness of the Godhead bodily." And here it is in verse 10, "And ye are complete in him, which is the head of all principality and power." Okay, here we are. We look around and you can notice it on social media, you can notice it on TV, you can hear it on the radio. Oh, it's always comparing. You want to be better than the next person. Well, you know what? We can't place so much security in I'm the best at something, or I'm better at something, because we all can improve. And that's also a false sense of security, because your ability can be gone today. It can be gone in the next second, the next 10 minutes. Anything can happen and your ability is gone. But where are we putting what are we focusing on more? We have to focus on Christ. If we just put him first, all these things will be added unto us. But another thing that we also need to look at too is that 2 Peter 1:3. 2 Peter 1:3, it tells us that he's given us all things that pertain to life and godliness. But now he didn't say, worry about everybody else's ability. He didn't say anything like that. So what we've got to do, we've simply got to quit worrying about everybody else and mind our own business. And when I say mind our own business in this sense, what I mean is stay in your own lane, work on yourself. Work on you. Work on you. Work on your relationship with Christ, doing the right things for the right reasons. And it's not just good enough to say the right things. We need to have the right attitude behind it, the right motives behind it. Because guess what? God's going to judge your motives. He sees your motives for everything you do. So that's why I'm telling you, don't compare. Don't be doing things just because so and so did it. You need to do it because that's what you are naturally inclined to do, which is given to you from above, because there's not an ability that you have that God didn't give to you. You can also look at Psalms 139:14. It says we're fearfully and wonderfully made. Each person has their own unique skill set, and there can't be another you. So why are we worrying about copycatting other people and trying to do what they do when we would be neglecting our own selves and what God has given us? Why can't we're going to have to be thankful for that? Because if we're not thankful for our abilities and the things that He's given us, guess what? Take it for granted, you can lose it. You can lose it. That's how you mess up your blessing. That is one way you can mess up your blessing. But now, on the other hand, we can also look at, if you don't believe that, let's go a little bit deeper to Jeremiah 1:5. He knew us before He formed us in the belly. So trust me, God knows exactly what He's given you, what His plan for you is, what your purpose is, and all you have to do, or I have to do, or we as people as a whole have to do, is walk in our purpose. Let this Monday be the last time you sit here and worry about comparing yourself to somebody else and what they're able to do. Or remember, at the end of the day, one thing will always be the same. Okay? The copy is never worth more than the original. And you are the original you. That's something to think about. Don't allow yourself to fall into the trap of comparing yourself to somebody else, because you haven't had to walk their journey. You don't have every ability that they have, and they don't have every ability that you have. Use the talent that God has given you. Use everything that He's given you, so that one day when you stand in front of Him, you can say, God, I don't have anything left. I used everything that you gave me. Y'all have a good day. Talk to y'all later. Click subscribe, share. Peace out, and may God bless you.